At Ritual, we know what goes into the holiday season. The potluck planning, the gift giving, the spreadsheets. So this new year, take a moment for yourself with science-backed support that puts you first. So whether you're focusing on supporting foundational health with a clean vegan multivitamin or supporting your gut health with Symbiotic Plus, do it with 30% off your first month at ritual.com/podcast. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The Avengers radio series, a cultural phenomenon in South Africa back in the 1970s. South Africa was a country with no national television service. It wasn't until 1976 that the country would get its first taste of television broadcasts. But before that, radio was the primary medium of entertainment and information for the masses. This was the context when The Avengers, a British spy-fi series, made its debut on South African radio and became a cultural phenomenon. The Avengers was a British television series that originally aired from 1961 to 1969. The show revolved around the adventures of John Steed, a suave and sophisticated secret agent, and his various female associates. The series was a unique blend of traditional spy thriller elements with science fiction and fantasy, which set it apart from other shows of its time. While the series was hugely popular in the UK and had also made a significant impact in the American markets, being one of the rare British series given a network transmission slot, it was virtually unknown in South Africa. This was primarily due to the lack of a national television service in the country until 1976. However, as a film series, The Avengers was able to gain some exposure in South Africa through film rentals. But it was the launch of the radio series that truly brought The Avengers to the masses in South Africa. Come and listen at www.myclassicradio.net.
Now, don't go away, because next on CBS Radio's Comedy Time are those two zany characters of many characters, Bob and Ray.
And now, Bob Elliott and Ray Goulding present the CBS Radio Network. And hi again, everybody. Brand new week.
Boy, I was just looking down the list of things that are scheduled to happen in the next quarter hour or so.
We're excited. It looks like a wonderful lineup to us, and we're delighted with the program arrangers who have provided us with such a terrific program.
You have to have the proper tools to work with if you're to be radio performers, as we are, and we think that we have the right tools, the right elements to make for a good show tonight. An audience, I think you could be let in on it.
Well, I'll tell you, just to give you an idea, Wally Ballou is visiting a turkey farm. We're going to have another episode of One Fellow's Family, Bob.
Right. We're going to be talking with some of the young fry in our audience. We always have a group of kids on Monday, and they say some wonderful things.
And we'll have closing remarks as time will allow. How do you like that audience, huh? For lineup? Guide, lock the door.
You're here for it anyway, and make the best.
All right, just sit down, everybody. Be quiet. You waited in line to get tickets. You're going to stay here. Now, that's all there is to it. And we don't want any more, how would you call that, Chairman, manifestations?
Of approval or disapproval.
Right. Now then, Wally Ballou, as we promised. Look at the audience now, all looking skyward and all, as though they don't want to hear it.
They're looking anywhere but to the stage where we're sitting.
Wally Ballou is somewhere at a turkey farm. Come in, please.
Wally Ballou at Redford, Massachusetts, at the Big Hungry Sea Turkey Farm, where I'm going to chat with Mr. Turner, who has been growing turkeys for a number of years now, I guess. I'm surrounded by the big white birds, and I'm standing next to Mr. Turner right at this moment. I think we can learn a little bit about the traditional turkey feast, which we all look forward to, from the man who supplies our tables. Mr. Turner, it's all yours, sir.
Thank you very much, Wally Ballou, for visiting Rentham. I've been a turkey farmer for a long time, and I'll be pleased to answer any questions you may want to ask me.
Well, now, I did want to ask you if there are any different methods this year of making the birds more plump, more tasty as they arrive at our Thanksgiving tables.
Well, as I've always done, I've treated our turkeys as members of the family, and we feed them good, wholesome food so that they just grow up naturally.
I'm interested in your statement that your turkeys are treated as members of your family, Mr. Turner. Just how do you mean that?
Well, we love, of course, every last one of these birds, and we feed them scraps from our own table, food that we eat ourselves. That includes Martha and all the kids.
And some of these turkeys, I saw you were referring to them by name. Do you know?
Well,
Do you know any of them?
Well, Balsam, right there.
Hello, Balsam.
Well, he's a wonderful thing. He comes in the house. He has favorite radio and television programs that he likes to watch. He comes in, gobbles around there, and he'll peck at my shoe when he wants to have me open the door, let him go out to the barn and go to bed.
Isn't that wonderful? You certainly do take
he's a sweetheart. Tom over there, you see Tom kind of looking shy-like.
Uh-huh.
Well, he's a very shy bird, and he's certainly not going to be on anybody's table come Thanksgiving.
In other words, you won't be selling that particular turkey.
Balsam won't be going either.
Uh-huh.
Now, Mary Margaret, for instance, see her over there?
Is she the one besides George there, behind George?
Yes, and next to Louis.
Uh-huh.
She's a beautiful.
She is, yes. Very beautifully plumed.
Yes, and she's very popular with all the town turkeys. And we're certainly not going to part with her either.
Well, I can imagine you do have a problem selecting the ones that you will ship to market, keeping the turkeys that you have rather grown to treat as one of the family, so to speak. How do you select the ones you're going to send to market?
Well, this will mark the 5th straight year that I haven't sent any turkeys to market because Martha and myself and all the kids have become just too closely attached to them. They're like, as I say, members of the family.
In other words, over the course of growing these turkeys in a year's time, you become so close to them that you can't bear to see them go.
Well, I keep my ends meeting only by picking up the feathers that they drop occasionally and send it off to a pillow manufacturer, and I'm just barely making out that way. The only birds I'll send to market are those that die a natural death.
Certainly a humane, if not profitable, business conducted here by Mr. Turner at his Hungry Tea Turkey Farm in Redmond, Massachusetts. Thank you, sir, for letting us bring our Bob and Ray microphones to your home. And now...
Thank you very much, Mr. Ballou. Say hello to your good friends, Bob and Ray. I used to listen to them when I was a little kid.
Back now to our studio. What do you mean by that?
Take umbrage with that, listening to us when he was a little kid.
A lot of people say that, you know. They think they remember us when they were little kids, but very often they are...
Chicken Pat they had in mind.
Yes, they're older than we are.
Well, that was in January. It was 2 other people, anyway.
It was not, because we've only been in radio continually now for, I think, 8 or 9 months.
Right, just about 8 or 9 months. And now, as a sustaining feature of the Bob and Ray Show, we bring you One Feller's Family. Today's episode, entitled Homecoming Hopes, is taken from book CVLII, Chapter MLCVI, Page 1. It's 2:30 in the afternoon as we find Mother and Father milling about the dining room. We hear Father say,
Well, certainly cool, Peggy.
cool today.
Yes,
In
well...
keeping with the Thanksgiving season.
I know it.
Oh, here's the doorbell.
Oh.
I'll go. I'm closer, my dear. Here. Yes, sir.
Telegram.
Oh, thank you, sir. It's a telegram, Sandy.
Open it. Let's see who it's from. One of the children, I suppose.
Yes. There. It's from Claudine.
Claudine.
Yes.
Well.
Yes.
Is she coming home?
Claudine says we'll be arriving Wednesday to spend Thanksgiving weekend with you.
Door.
Oh, that's good news. Yes, you forgot something, did you, sir?
Yes, I just started down the walk and I saw another telegram for you folks. Will you sign right here in the line below?
Yes, you are. Thank you.
All right, shake.
Another telegram, Fanny. Can you imagine that?
Wonder who that's from. Probably Pauline.
Oh, it's from Nadine.
Nadine.
She says
Wait just a moment.
Eh?
You didn't have any child named Nadine.
Come to think of it, I believe you're right.
Well,
So many grandchildren and cousins and in-laws to think about. Why don't you get it this time? I'm tired.
Yes.
Telegram.
Are you the same fellow that was here before?
No, he's working with me now.
I'm out the other one. Hey, you know the old guy lives there got shaky hand when he writes.
Ha! Well, it's the old lady
Mind
that's
your own
accepting
business
this one.
about that.
Want to sign this, old lady?
I've never had anyone talk to me this way
Thanks
before.
very much. I think it's from Maureen. Who's it from, Fanny?
Maureen, he even reads those telegrams, that one, honest.
Yes.
Was Maureen coming?
Yes. We'll be arriving late Tuesday afternoon to spend Thanksgiving with you. Signed, Maureen. Do we have enough dinnerware?
Telegram from your son, Gangrene.
Here you are.
Says he's sent in about 3 o'clock.
Sign right here.
He's got shaky hand, you know it?
No, none of your guff, man. It's from
Hey,
Gang.
don't you tip? I've been here 3 times. My pal, Nadine, he's been here once. And
Good,
that's
I
4 telegrams, and we didn't even get a nickel from you people.
Rather brash of you to ask for a tip, but here's a nickel anyway.
Thank you.
It's from Christine, Fanny.
Christine who?
Our daughter, Christine.
Oh, yes, the one that married...
She married Dean, our son.
Oh, yes, Dean Nordine, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
They're all coming for Thanksgiving dinner.
Here, pass the sardines.
Here.
You have been listening to a sustaining feature on the Bob and Ray Show, One Fella's Family. Today's episode, entitled Homecoming Hopes, is taken from book CVL VII, chapter MCL CII, page 1. One Fella's Family is written and produced by T. Wilson Messy. This is a Messy production. And now, there's one thing I can't stand.
Dandruff, right?
Well, now, who's talking about
If you'd
dandruff?
like to get rid of unsightly dandruff in just 3 minutes, listen.
Why, all this.
Even if you've had embarrassing dandruff for years, you can get rid of it now in 3 minutes. That's all it takes with Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo. Yes, unsightly dandruff's gone in 3 minutes with Fitch, quickest, easiest of all leading shampoos. And what's more, using Fitch regularly is guaranteed to keep embarrassing dandruff away. Just apply in the unique Fitch manner before you wet hair. Rub in 1 minute. This way, Fitch shampoo penetrates right down to the scalp. Next, add water, lather 1 minute to wash every trace of dandruff out of your hair. Then rinse 1 minute. All that loosened dandruff goes down the drain. In 3 minutes with Fitch, 1 rubbing, 1 lathering, 1 rinsing, and dandruff's gone. At the same time, gentle Fitch can leave your hair up to 35% brighter. To get rid of dandruff problems forever, brighten hair too, use Fitch regularly. Get Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo today, only 59 cents.
Thank you. That was our announcer, Naomi Fitchley. Let's talk with some of the kids. You want to talk with them, Arch?
All right,
Some of the little kids.
well, I've got the microphone out. And
They're all here. They're members of the second grade at the Laurel East School out in Anaheim.
hello, kids. Seated along the little bench here, and how are you?
Fine.
Little girl, I would say you're about 4.5 years old. Is that right?
That's right.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A big lady.
Don't want to be a nurse or a mother or anything like that?
Acrobat.
What's the most exciting thing that's ever happened to you? I guess it's kind of hard to remember. So many things must have happened, huh?
This is trying to remember. Yeah.
Trying to remember what's the most exciting thing.
Yeah.
All right, how about you, little fella? You look like you'd be a good ball player.
Well, thank you very much.
How old are you?
31.
And you go to the second grade out at
Laurel Lee Grade School.
Laurel Lee Grade School.
In Anaheim.
How are you doing? What do you find the toughest subject out there?
Arithmetic, I think, is the toughest to catch on to, and writing.
No, I'll bet 8 out of 9 kids say the same thing. I don't know why that is. Tough for me.
We'll let you run along. We'll have a surprise guest in just 10 seconds.
Here's our surprise guest.
When they formed the 48 states, Arkansas didn't have dues to join the Union.
And until tomorrow, this is Ray Goulding reminding you all to write if you get work.
Bob Elliott reminding you to hang by your thumb.
Whispering Streets impart dramatic secrets tomorrow on the CBS Radio Network. CBS Radio Network.
21st Precinct, aka 21st Precinct and 21st Precinct, was a police drama broadcast on CBS Radio from July 7, 1953 to July 26, 1956. It was initially a summer replacement for My Friend Irma. The program was produced in cooperation with the Patrolmen's Benevolent Association of the City of New York and presented adaptations from true criminal records in New York. From the policeman's point of view. Historically, the 21st Precinct had been located near Gramercy Park in Manhattan, but in 1929 the department reorganized the precinct numbering, and the 21st designation was dropped from use. No such precinct existed during the show's run, nor does a 21st exist today. However, the fictional precinct's territory corresponds closely to that of the Upper East Side's 23rd Precinct as it has existed since 1929. Stanley Niss was the producer, writer, director. The role of Precinct Captain Frank Kennelly was played by Everett Sloan for the first 109 episodes and briefly in episode 135. During episode 109, Captain Frank Kennelly was promoted to Deputy Inspector and reassigned out of the 21st Precinct. He was replaced by Captain Cronin James Gregory, 1955-56, and Les Damon, 1956. Other cast regulars were Ken Lynch as Lieutenant Matt King, Harold Stone as Sergeant Waters, Jack Arissa as Sergeant Collins, and Santos Ortega as Lieutenant Gorman. The program's announcer began the program's opening each week. 21st Precinct. It's just lines on a map of the city of New York. Most of the 173,000 people wedged into the 9/10 of a square mile between 5th Avenue and the East River wouldn't know, if you asked them, that they lived or worked in the 21st. Whether they know it or not, the security of their persons, their homes, and their property is the job of the men of the 21st. At that point the lead actor would complete the introduction. The 21st Precinct. 160 patrolmen, 11 sergeants and 4 lieutenants of whom I'm the boss. My name is Kennelly. Frank Kennelly. I'm captain in command of the 21st. Art Hanna, Bob Hill, and Hugh Holder were the program's announcers. The series was produced by John Ives. It was usually directed and written by Stanley Niss. Another source lists Niss as producer. Come and listen at www.myclassicradio.net.